You've reached Brad Manning at my deployment phone number.
This is the only known voice of the young Army intelligence analyst who allegedly stole over 260,000 classified US government cables and leaked them to WikiLeaks.
Please leave a message or call me back later. Thank you.
Private Bradley Manning has been charged with the unauthorised disclosure of classified information. For the past 8 months, he's been held in a military prison. Twice a month, David House visits the 23-year-old, and he says the change in Manning over the period of his detention is alarming.
He was ashen-faced, had huge bags under his eyes, and he had trouble keeping up with topics of conversation, something that had never been a problem for him. So this confinement, this solitary confinement, has really taken a huge toll on him, definitely.
And his supporters argue his solitary confinement is designed to break the 23-year-old and force him to implicate the WikiLeaks boss Julian Assange. So far, there's been no evidence that the Australian was involved in stealing the documents.
The increase in the severity of his treatment, according to my legal advice, is an attempt to pressure him into trying to embroil us in some sort of espionage-related charge.
It's like a sledgehammer trying to crack a very small nut. The US government is just trying to put immense pressure on him in order to get him to crack open.
Manning allegedly confessed to his role in the intelligence heist in a chat room conversation with a former computer hacker.
I want people to see the truth, regardless of who they are. Because without information, you cannot make informed decisions as a public.
The young soldier has been described as WikiLeaks' most important whistleblower, and in the chat logs, he acknowledges his work with WikiLeaks.
I'm a source, not quite a volunteer. I'm a high-profile source, and I've developed a relationship with Assange.
Adrian Lamos says he was the one who tipped off the authorities and turned over the chat logs because he feared lives were at risk.
For me, the precise moment at which I felt that what Bradley Manning was doing was a danger to national security and to the lives of others was when he characterized one of his leaks as being in excess of 250,000 State Department documents.
Julian Assange insists he doesn't know the source of the leaks, but one of his former WikiLeaks colleagues has written a book critical of the organisation, and he's accused Mr Assange of hanging Bradley Manning out to dry.
All the fame and all this hype about WikiLeaks and Julian's problems in Sweden, what are these problems in Sweden compared to the trouble that this private is in? This person who potentially is, I think, one of the biggest heroes for freedom of information in our time. So how does that relate? There's no relation in between these two things anymore. So that's what I don't get. Everyone should be talking about Manning and not about Julian's trouble in Sweden or in Great Britain or wherever.
Manning is facing a court-martial, and if convicted, he could spend 52 years in prison. Stephanie Kennedy, ABC News.